All right, this is every drop back from Desmond Ritter, Week 1, Atlanta Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers. Been looking for this sort of video, didn't find one, so I guess I would do it. Gonna cut out every single drop back he takes in Week 1. We're gonna take a look and see what we can figure out, see what we can glean from his play. There's a lot of criticism after Week 1. I think some of it warranted, some of it not. Um, what we'll see here is that a lot of the times, there weren't really a lot of decisions to make. There's a lot of pressure. Um, and a lot of single read plays that Ritter has put in. And hopefully they will uncork him a little bit more in the coming weeks, and we'll be able to see more of what he's capable of. But for now, this is what we have, so this is what we will take a look at. Desmond Ritter, Week 1. We're going to open up here with the batted ball that he chooses to catch for some reason, questionable decision. But what I think a lot of people aren't talking about here is that this is an extremely questionable play overall. And I think our narrative for Desmond Ritter and possibly the outcome of this game has changed um, based on whether or not this ball is batted. What we're doing here is we're clearing space. Clearing space. We're going to come sit in the space we've cleared, deliver a ball. Pretty simple. What is bad here is that if you're Desmond Ritter, bang. All right, look, he's setting his feet now. Ball's about to come out. This linebacker is watching Desmond Ritter the whole time. Watch him the whole time. As soon as his feet are set here, crashing down. He's crashing down into that open spot exactly where we're going to sit. Ball is batted, but you can see him coming down. You can see exactly where the receiver's settling in. Ritter makes a decision to catch this. For some reason, really be putting that in the dirt. No need to take a loss there. Um, but it is what it is. The more questionable part of this is this decision to push this ball up the middle. I just don't think he sees this guy. There's the hand coming up to bat it. Ball's going to go right in here. And it's batted up in the air. But you can see this already. Look at where he is. Ball's up in the air right now. Would it have been past him by now? It's hard to know without the play having played out differently. Um, but this is what we see. We see this and this in a ball that was going well, roughly in here. Uh, just a just a tough look. I think it's fairly likely that this is intercepted. At least it's batted down. It's very, very questionable throw. We'll take a look at it again, but you'll see what I'm talking about. We're backing up into the zone, and Ritter's taking. Look at him. Look at this. He's already gone. He's like, I'm going here. Uh, he knows where this ball is going. He's watching Ritter the entire time, and he's crashing down on it hard. It's very questionable look right out the gate from Ritter. This could have been bad, but we we live to fight another day. Get away with it. Ball's bad up in the air. Just go ahead and catch it. Move on. All right, second drop back from Ritter. It's a sack. It is a strip sack. I think we're all familiar with how this drive went. It wasn't great. Um, the real thing if you're Desmond Ritter is that you should be thrilled with how this play starts. Thrilled. What do you see here? One on one with your two best players. The rest of the defense is biased towards the bottom side of the field, and it's only going to get worse as the play goes on. So, you're Desmond Ritter. You're looking. Look at this. Look at this. One on one. No one anywhere near here. These guys covered. Um, this is a fantastic look. If you're Desmond Ritter, you have to throw this ball and trust your guy. You have to trust Kyle Pitts to win. This route is it takes a while to develop the in and out from London here. But you have to trust Kyle Pitts to win, and he does in excellent fashion. Puts this guy in the dirt, lets him know that he beat him. points at him, says, "Hey, you can't cover me." But yeah, you gotta deliver this. You gotta deliver this at the break. Let Pitts turn his head and have a ball be right there. What I don't like is that Ritter seems to come off this read for some reason. Just as the ball's getting stripped. I don't know if he's seeing the guy out of the corner of his eye and that's why his head moves, but you see his head move back towards the center. And we already know there's not much over here, but you have one-on-one with your two best guys up here. You can see London's making his break right now, as is Pitts. I don't know if he makes this throw. I just don't think he has time, regardless of whether or not he decides to target Pitts here. But he's again too slow. He's just gotta make that pass, or at least attempt to make it. You have an ideal situation out to the left there, and you're not taking advantage of it. That's tough. That's a tough look. You have to be all over that. There's not really another look that you want there. If you're seeing one-on-one in the bottom of the field, then there's defenders bias towards the other side. You get what you want in that play, and just the throw's not made. So unfortunate. Again, we kind of know what we have here. Another sack for Ritter. He has absolutely no time here to make any sort of decision, and regardless, where's the ball going to go anywhere? Anyway, you got a one-on-one down here at the bottom, but he just has no time to get there. And the two throws directly in front of him are, I mean, you're not making this throw in all this, and no. So what do? You take a sack, you move on. A safety valve coming out from Bijan Robinson, but it's too late. The play just does not have that delayed route from Robinson is just there's too much pressure. There's not enough time. By the time he sees the pressure in front of him, a couple of shuffles back, doesn't know the pressure's also on his back, and that's it. Nothing you can do here. When he's in the middle of those shuffles, I mean, we can look at what he's possibly seeing. But you're Desmond Ritter, like, where are you going to put this ball? Not here. You can't put it through people. There's nothing here, so it's just, this is not on him. It's just does not have time for this play to develop. The play action did not work, and the pressure was just too big, just too much, just too fast. He was never going to be able to make that play. Moving on from that, we start to see the game get a little simpler for Ritter. And we're also starting to see a little bit of a response to the pressure. Simplify it, give him one read, design a play for one thing, let him get the ball out quickly, all sorts of things that can let him settle in a bit and kind of negate the pressure by getting the ball out of his hands quickly. It's design throw or shovel pass pitch really out to Bijan. There's just no space. Just no space. Nowhere else for you to go with this ball. You're Desmond Ritter. You have one read. Not really even a read here. You just have one option. As soon as there goes his head. He hasn't even set his feet and his head's already looking at Bijan. He has no idea what's coming down here. He can't say no to this and go try and do something else. This is tough. You're staring this right in the face, so he likely knows this play's over already. But you don't have other options. You can't hold on to the ball here. It's you just cannot. You're Desmond Ritter. You have no idea what's coming behind you. You just got to make the play as it's shown to you. So moving on, shovel pass to Bijan Robinson. Again, this counts as a drop back, but if you're Desmond Ritter, I mean, not much criticism to be had on this play. There's not really much decision making or things for him to do. Very, very simple shovel. So watch that. There he is. Bang. You're Desmond Ritter again. Look at this. Or I'm sorry, you're Bijan Robinson. You got blocks here. You got blocks here. You got blocks up here. If we go back a touch, he does a pretty good job of getting outside here and waiting for these blocks to develop. Does he have a chance to come inside? Maybe, but he's on the hip of his guy here, and he's waiting for these blocks to develop. Unfortunately, that block is somewhat of a loss, and he gets bumped. Does he get a couple of yards if he's not bumped? Maybe. But it is what it is. Take 1 yard, nothing crazy. not a Bijan Robinson video, so we'll move on from there. We move on. Desmond Ridder. This is a play we've been waiting for. Again, not much for him to do. There's always one read here. Let's get the ball out to Bijan Robinson, let him do his thing in space. And you have one job when you're Desmond Ridder, which is deliver a strike, and you have done so. That is the only thing you're asked to do here. Immediately turn, deliver a strike to Bijan. He does, gives him just enough time to get things done. Again, not a lot to criticize here, and this is going to be tail of the tape for a lot of this game. This is just not a lot to criticize. Ridder doesn't have to make decisions here, and when he does, we'll pick those apart a little bit more. But a lot of these are pretty simple plays. In and out for Bijan Robinson. Desmond Ridder throws to Drake London, hits him directly on the hands. It's just a straight up drop. Good decision, good throw, good read of the defense. Puts it, right between the singular number, right on the number. And Drake London just wants to get out. He just wants to catch this ball and go, and he's a little too eager, and that's a drop. That's just the way it goes. Just the way it goes sometimes. Nothing to blame Desmond Ridder on there. It's a great read, great throw. Dropped pass by your wide receiver. Guys let him down. And this is another one of the sacks here. Drop back for Ridder. What do we see? He's looking generally down here. By the time he decides to take off, which is arguably a little early, but again, with the amount of pressure in this game, you can't really blame him. He sees down here all of this. You're not really happy with that look. The crash down on Pitts is coming pretty hard. Matt Collins is not open. He decides to take off. Does he have LG here? Maybe. But you're Desmond Ridder. You're a fan of the Falcons. You probably want him taking the short sack here instead of trying to make a play he can't make. Does he have LG here? Maybe. But it's a really tough throw. He's running for his life. A lot of potential for disaster. Just take this. That's fine. Just nothing doing there. Does he take off early? Yeah, probably. But again, if you're getting pressured the way he's been pressured this game, it doesn't really surprise you. Again, taken out. This is a play that gets called back, so we don't really don't hear about this. Don't think about this one much, but it is a good play to Kyle Pitts. Again, we'll hop back a little bit. You're Desmond Ridder. You're taking a look here. His first reads are down here. What do you see? Yeah. Tough to make a decision on either of those throws. There's just, look at this. There's not really much here. Could you? Perhaps. But the way he's kind of shallowing this out, I think if he's gone, maybe. But yeah, not really much to see here. So what do you do with Ridder? You make time with your feet, something that we want quarterbacks to be able to do in the NFL these days. Make extra time with your feet. Run out. You got a one-on-one down here with Kyle Pitts. So you say, I'm just going to get out here. I'm going to make this guy look at me. I will run and run and run until he leaves Pitts. If you're Pitts, you do exactly what you're supposed to do. You got a shallow route here. You just leak it up the field. Because at some point, there's going to be too much space. This guy's going to have to make a decision. And he does. Makes a decision to come down on Ridder. And Ridder says, okay, fine. There you go. Dump over to Pitts. Take the easy yardage. Kind of comes back on a flag. So not a play we talk about or really think about much. Because, it doesn't end up counting. But it's a good play from Ridder. Smart play, textbook play. Come out here. Like I said, leak up if you're Kyle Pitts, and you just wait. You just wait for that guy to make a decision, and as soon as he does, float it over the top. It's free yardage. That's a good play, good decision. That's great from Ridder. That's the type of stuff we like to see. Unfortunately, it comes back. Moving on, your Desmond Ridder. You see, again, a look that you're going to see a lot, which is a huge, unbelievably massive cushion for your guys. Look at this. This guy's coming in. Tons of room. And what does that tell you? It tells you if I get the ball out quick enough, there's no way they're going to get there in time. And so he does. Takes a look straight down to Matt Collins and says, if you're going to give me that much space, I will take it. Immediate look, turn, fire. Nothing really to complain about that. Put it in his catch for Sandy. He goes out, makes the catch. It's a good play. All right, play action pass. Desmond Ritter. He's coming outside. This comes back. Takes a couple of yards running outside. So again, not a play really looked at. But he's moving through his progressions. He's looking up here, seeing that. Help over the top. And just, I mean, this is, I don't know if this is poor play design or what, but this is a play where Ritter has to go through progressions, but like, what is this? You got three guys all on top of each other, all occupying the same sort of space, so when he makes that read, there's just nothing doing there. The split out does happen. Pitts ends up with some room, but I think the reason Pitts ends up with room is because Ritter is already taken off here. You'll see this split back inside. And there's a chance possibly to make this throw, but again, we're going to bail out to the bottom, see what we can see. Not much. Commits to the run, get a couple of yards, move on. Unfortunately, again, this comes back. So, but you'll see him work through this play action pass. Look, nothing. Out I go. He's looking. He sees Algier. Maybe. No. Lots of bodies here. I'll just take what I can get. We'll move on. That's fine. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Moving on. Play action pass. We're going to see a lot of these. We establish the run game. Same sort of thing. Matt Collins. What happens here? Tons of cushion. Just a lot of cushion. See that if you're Desmond Ritter, you say fine. He's going to settle into this zone. Easy zone beater. Kyle Pitts across, maybe, sure. But you got a big chunk of yardage there from Matt Collins wide open. Not really good reason to risk that pass over the top. Could you have thrown that outside? Sure, yeah, but don't really need it. Good throw, good catch. I'll take it. Again, design screen. Not much to do there. This is a design screen all the way. No decision to be made here. How do you know? Because there's barely routes being run. Block. We're just blocking. And unsuccessful block from Kyle Pitts, and that's that. Bijan gets smoked. Again, no decision to be made from Ritter here. This is a designed screen all the way. So, not a lot of criticism to be had. He's asked to make a throw to Bijan. He makes a throw. He does what he's asked to do. Now, this is probably the worst play of the game, I would think. This is an incredibly ill-advised decision. Again, a ton of pressure, which is very unfortunate. But he doesn't really. You're looking down here again. You don't see much, especially when you know what these routes are. Like this is covered up here. This is You got Kyle Pitts way down here, but he hasn't even made it there yet. By the time he's getting touched, has not gotten through the progression to even pretend to look at Pitts. Gets out, rolls the other way. Unfortunate, because he still had a chance to get it to Pitts. But then he's coming all the way down here, and he does what got Matt Ryan, I think, pick six a handful of years ago, thrown all the way across the field. This is a long way for the ball to go. And if it's actually on Matt Collins, this is probably a pick six, because this guy is breaking, and he has a lot of time to get there. Not a throw you should make. Not a throw you should ever make. It's a bad decision. This is a bad decision from Ritter. Trying to do too much. Possibly just thinking he can take advantage of the chaos, maybe. This is a throw that, while ill-advised and stupid, possibly you get away with in college. Just throw this away. You have nothing over this. You have nothing. There's not a lot here. Like maybe, but there's nothing here. Just throw it away. You don't need to do this. And this is like, again, look at this. It's a pick six. If this is actually placed on Matt Collins, it's a pick six. I don't know what you're thinking there. You're Desmond Ritter, you're already out of the pocket. Just throw it away. It doesn't need to be near anyone, and if it does, there's a guy here anyway. Just throw it away. No need for that. Very bad decision from Ritter. It's, I believe, his worst play of the game. Moving on, another quick dump off to Bijan. Again, it's enough to move the chains, so you can't really complain too much. If you're Desmond Ritter, taking this drop back, again, very quickly moving down to this read here. Very quickly moving down. Why? Because what do you see? Just not a lot. Not a lot of options here. Occupy in the middle, so this throw becomes pretty scary. Yeah, so you give it to your guy in space. Take what you can get. The other part of this is that these routes up here are just designed to get Bijan in space. Way up the field and stop. Way up the field. What happens? It just, these guys clear. They clear out. And then you have a ton of space for Bijan to go get a first down. That's all you need. All you need is a first down. You don't need more than that. You take it. There's Bijan, first down marker. Smart, he knows where the marker is. Not trying to do anything shifty. Just put his head down and make sure he clears the spot. That's what's important. And he does. It's a good play. Nothing here. Another sack for Desmond Ritter. Just tough. Again, what do you see here? Just not much. Kyle Pitts is settling down there. Do you have this throw? Maybe. But you don't see much. I mean, the obviously this is nothing. Obviously this is nothing. So, I mean, don't want him to make those throws, but a lot of pressure. By the time Kyle Pitts is kind of settling in, and we'll see that here as well. By the time he's settling in, there's people all over. There's Kyle Pitts settling in, and this is what you have. So this is probably when you make this throw, and you just don't have time. So it is what it is. Sack for Ritter. He does his best to try to make something happen, and just can't get outside. Again, play action pass. We'll see a lot of this. This pass, questionable, maybe. There's a lot of trouble over the middle of the field if this doesn't go well. And you do have options here. He's sort of locked in on this. You do have options for Bijan coming across at the bottom of the screen. Do you have him here? Maybe. But one thing you do like about this is you see Kyle Pitts essentially one-on-one with his own defender sitting underneath him. But what Ritter does is puts this ball where only Pitts can get it. Look at that, right in his hands. Put this ball where only Kyle Pitts can get it. If you're in this situation, you got to make a throw. Put this ball where only Kyle Pitts can get it, away from the defenders. And he does, up and out. This guy's not going to get it. This guy's trailing. Only Kyle Pitts can get this. He does put his hands on it, but just not quite enough. The potential issue here is high and outside on that kind of pass. There's a lot of potential for batted up in the air, a lot of potential for sailing through and into the hands of a defender. So a little bit scary, but you can't really place this ball any better. If you're going to make this throw, it has to be there and only there, in a place where Kyle Pitts can get it and just about nobody else. Here we go. Another design screen. Quick 7-8 yards for Tyler Algier. Completely fine. Again, Desmond Ritter, what more do you want him to do on this play? Not much to look at here. He's looking out the defender's left, and then out we go for the screen. That's, pretty textbook, simple play. Not much else for him to do. Not a lot of evaluation, not a lot of criticism we can have of that play there. This, again, we're getting the same sort of thing here. We got crashing in. Bunch of cushion. These two up in tight. There's bound to be some in this area. And so you let Kyle Pitts come out into space, and you hit him quickly. That's what Ritter does. One step back, fire. Tons of room. And why do we have tons of room? Again, because we got these two guys in tight, a ton of cushion, and you just, you let them come through here and clear. You just cause some chaos in that area. Make them make a decision. Neither of them commit to Pitts, and there we go. Kyle Pitts, quick first down. Easy play. Again, you see this. You're Desmond Ritter. He takes stock of this before the snap and just immediately bang, bang, out. Good play. It's a great play from Ritter. Good throw. Not much more you can ask out of that situation. It's a good read, good throw. Now, same sort of thing. Almost the exact same play. Almost the exact same look. Look at this. Same sort of thing. Crashing in. Cushion. Cushion. Problem is, he says no. Why? I'm not sure. He does have him there. He has him. He absolutely does. Big gain? No. But what does he do? He bails out of the pocket, comes back, says, Tyler Algier, I'd like you to be right here. Directs traffic. So Tyler Algier sits there exactly where he's told to go. And we still get a good gain out of it anyway. So I still don't know why he doesn't make this throw. Decides to bail out pretty quickly. Again, he's probably feeling a lot of pressure today. But what does he do? He gets outside, directs traffic, says, go here. Waits for these guys to make a decision because he knows they're going to have to take a look at him. They're going to have to either cover him. They're going to have to consider him. And so what happens? This linebacker here continues to leak out because he has to cover the run from Ritter. And as soon as he leaks a little bit too much, pass back inside to Algier, take the yardage. Again, good play from Ritter. I think he still could have he could have made that throw to Pitts immediately, but the outcome is good. Extend the play, direct traffic. That's from a modern NFL quarterback. That's what you like to see. Now, this is a play I think that we have legitimate criticism for Desmond Ritter here. We have legitimate criticisms for Ritter, and here's why. He gets through his progressions way too slow, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Play action pass. You're Desmond Ritter again looking downfield. You see this with help over the top. You see Kyle Pitts and just a swarm of people. And he's just sitting here on this. So what do? You got room out. The thing you should be seeing here is that you've got 5 defenders around Kyle Pitts, 2 up here. So what does that tell you? That there's nothing down here. Tyler Algier coming out. He's got oodles of space. But Ritter still looking. Then he makes a decision to look down to Algier. Enough time for, again, this defender, who was way up here, to start crashing down. He's finally looking now. 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps, then the throw. And by that time, it's too late. It's just too late. You got to make that decision quicker. If you're Desmond Ritter, you have to get through that progression quicker. He is sitting on this for way, way too long. Play action pass. Look. Now we're moved on. They just were never there. If we go back for just the duration of him looking inside here, it's just look. I don't know what he's looking for. The options were never there. And then he is too late. Too late to making that throw, and Algier gets smoked. This is a play that probably could have gotten some decent yardage, but it doesn't because he's not getting through his progression quick enough. And by the time he does, again, this defender that made the wrong decision is given plenty of time. Look at him. We'll watch him throughout this whole play here. Let him come down, come up, then realize what's happening. Down, up, realize what's happening, stop his momentum, and then crash down. He has all that time to figure that out. There he comes. And make this play. He should not be able to cover that much ground. One of a few throws from Ritter that you can really criticize here, and it is not a great look. Again, there has been some word out there that people think the game moves too fast for him. I think that is possibly evidence of that. He just didn't move through his progressions quick enough. But we'll see. Hopefully they'll open up the playbook a little bit more for him next week, and we can see a little more from Desmond Ritter. Again, designed screen for Bijan, who almost turns it into a first down because he's Bijan Robinson. Not much more you can ask for Ritter here. He does exactly what you want him to do, which is look away from the screen take as much time as humanly possible, and then dump it off, set up the blocks, and gets the ball out quickly with a guy barreling down on him, puts it right on the numbers for Bijan, and you can't ask for more than that on the screen. All right, quick out to Matt Collins. This is a play people talk about a lot because it's questionably a sign of it's not a well placed ball. It's an accuracy issue, but it's a good read. Again, we're going to see the same sort of thing we've been seeing all day, which is just a massive cushions in the secondary that will allow you to get under these zones. And Ritter notices that and makes a throw. The problem is the throw is not the right one. He's got to place that a little better. Obviously, Matt Collins bails him out here, but it's a poorly placed ball. You can see it, especially from this angle, wobbling out of his hand. Maybe it's better placed if this comes out, dead spiral, frozen rope, like I assume he thought it would, but instead it comes out a little wobbly. Not a great pass. Low and behind Hollins, who really bails him out there, but not a good look for Ritter as far as accuracy. It's a good decision, poor throw, but it works out for him. Now what we see here is the play we've all been waiting for. Big throw to Kyle Pitts. This is great. This is awesome from Ritter. Trust your guy. He's in double coverage, but this is a good decision. What do you see? You see help over the top. You see what's well, it's probably it's shallower than that, but you get the idea here. You get the idea here of Pitts coming in and out. And this guy's momentum's all the way upfield. So if you are Desmond Ritter, you throw this ball outside, let your guy come down and get it, put it in a place where only he can come and get the ball. And Kyle Pitts, the phenomenal player that he is, crazy athleticism, goes and gets it. This is very well placed ball, very well thrown ball, exactly where you want it. Outside, where only Pitts can get to it. Take advantage of the fact that safety is trailing him by a good amount, and that the corner has leverage, has momentum going up the field. So instead, take this ball, place it over here. Pitts already has momentum going that way. He's going to be the guy there every day of the week, and he does. Great play from Kyle Pitts. Great throw from Desmond Ritter. This is a fantastic throw. And what does that lead to when you make throws like that? Kneel down. There you go. Kneel down to win the game. That is technically a dropback, so it's included in the video. But as you can see here, just not a lot of information in his first game. Just a ton of pressure, and as a result, the game plan changed. A lot of screen passes, a lot of single reads, a lot of quick hitters that are designed to get the ball out quickly, get him away from the pressure, negate the pressure, and kind of simplify the game for him. When he had to make decisions, he made a couple of good ones, a couple of bad ones. Nothing too crazy, but hopefully we'll see the playbook open up a little bit more, give Desmond Ritter some more opportunities next week to go through his progressions, make good decisions, make bigger throws, give him time for those long progressions to actually play out, and for him to make those throws on those routes that he just wasn't comfortable making. Saw Kyle Pitts breaking to the outside where he just annihilates his defender, but Ritter's not comfortable with the amount of time that he has. Strip sack in that particular play. So hopefully we'll get some more information in week 2. But this is every dropback. Desmond Ritter, week 1. I think there's some promising things to look at here, and hopefully he continues to blossom into a starting caliber NFL quarterback. Thanks for watching.